Welcome to Ghost Recon Wildlands. So Ubisoft actually flew me out to Los Angeles to go play this game, and I was able to play this mission twice, and we're going to go over the game recordings I've got. So the first thing I'm going to point out, and we're going to come back to this later, is that my guy actually has a UAV in his backpack. So we'll come back to that later. So that guy right there is our team leader. He is actually being controlled by one of the developers of Ghost Recon. And he's kind of shown us the ropes. He's shown us how to aim and what to do, how to change weapons and all that, the basics. And we have a total of 3 YouTubers playing and this developer guy. And I think he's pretty much just chaperoning us through the whole thing to make sure we don't go getting in a chopper and flying away and seeing the other side of the map. And he's also trying to keep it quite controlled. He's not trying to do anything too crazy. So we've all got the same kit. We've got an assault rifle. We've got a pistol and a bolt action sniper rifle, and as you can see I can take the suppressor off and put it back on. Grenades appear to be extremely effective, a huge blast radius, and they seem to do a lot of damage to enemies. The silencer as well doesn't appear to have any downsides that I could notice, but I didn't shoot anyone at like major range or anything like that, and there was no one like with body armor or anything so they can attest if there was reduction in damage. Now all this stuff will be completely customizable, so the weapons will be customizable in Gunsmith, and you'll be able to put skins on them and everything, and the characters will be completely customizable. So I'm looking forward to that, but that was none of that was shown in the actual demo. Now the game itself was extremely GTA. As you can see there's that plane flying around. It feels very GTA. It's actually more GTA than a Ghost Recon game, I think. And you can see there I've managed to mark that guy with the sniper scope there. So you don't have to just have a drone for marking bad guys. Now you'll also notice that I'm getting XP for people marking other enemies, and I get XP for marking enemies as well. I'll also get XP for kills. I'll get XP for taking someone out undetected. I'm sure you can probably get like XP for taking out 2 guys with 1 bullet or something like that. And you can see there I thought I'd have a little chase of the llamas. So the drone. In the demo we all had a drone, but because my guy had a drone backpack, I'm thinking maybe he has the ability of the drone in the actual release of the game. Maybe he's the actual drone guy. You'll also notice that the drone has a battery indicator. It's set to infinite right now, but I'm wondering if it might have an actual time period on it when you actually have the real thing. You'll notice that there's a civilian right here. The civilians don't get marked at all. You've got to really watch because they can kind of get intermingled with the enemy, and the base we attack later on, which is kind of a fortified enemy base, it does actually have civilians in it. You'll also notice there's kind of a Wi-Fi indicator. It goes up and down depending on how far away I fly from my character, so I can't go too far with it. So our target there is that guy. Now this is similar to the mission that was shown at E3, and that mission they had to actually get that guy and extract them, whereas in this one we have to interrogate him. And the idea is we're interrogating him to get some information that will then lead us to some more information, which will then reveal the name of the bad guy in this region. So we got shown the entire map of Ghost Recon. So we were able to actually go into the map and have a look at it, and it looks pretty damn big. It's split up into regions. I'm not allowed to show it unfortunately, but I can talk about it. So each region had a skull rating next to it, and not every region had this, but they also had like a boss picture. So the rating was done with skulls, and then there was a little square that showed the picture of the boss in that area. Some of the bosses were unknown, so you had to actually get, like for instance, do this mission or to find out who the actual boss was in that area. So you can see that civilian there. That civilian just doesn't seem to give a damn, and these ones are actually reacting to us being there. The bad guy hasn't actually noticed that all his buddies are dead, so we're actually going to go in and attempt to interrogate. So he's running, and one of our ghosts gets him.
That's it, we're clear. Tell me everything you know about the people who've gone missing in San Mateo, or I swear to God you're gonna be next.
So we're going to do a sync snipe shot to take out as many bad guys as we can in this area.
Okay, we're still good.
I totally missed that shot there. So this time we're gonna alert the guy and have him actually drive away and see if we can chase him. So you can see he's actually jumping in the car and he's driving away. We couldn't seem to take out his wheels particularly well, so he was off without too much hassle. We thought, oh, let's take that. So this is the vehicle we've seen a lot of in all the kind of trailers and cover art and stuff. And unfortunately we weren't able to get in like a cool car chase like they had in the E3 demo, because all I did is drive over here and go hide in the building. So we just had a kind of terrible thing where this guy drove up against the building. And now this is a bit more back to being the game is quite arcadey in GTA. Like I took a lot of damage there, like I was getting hit a lot, but in fact I didn't actually get downed at all. So you can get downed, and a few of our dudes did get down, but mainly from actually getting run over by cars and things like that. And then you can revive your friendlies. I don't know if you can be like completely killed. I'm guessing you must be able to be. I don't know if you respawn after that.
I swear to God, you're gonna be next.
So now we're gonna have some backup arriving, which were a complete walk in the park. We took them down no problem. So here we are with the Black Hawk helicopter. So the developer is driving and I'm in the passenger seat right now, and I'm just taking in the view. It's a beautiful game. You can see the vehicles down there, so the civilian traffic always driving around. You can of course grab one of those vehicles if you want to. I don't know if stealing civilian vehicles will have a downside though. And you can see there's now kind of base down there, looks more like a military base. But we didn't get to see anything closer to that. Our developer kept us away. And then we have some black smoke over here. So this is where we're going to head to. So we're going to use the parachuting mechanic. So again, this is quite similar to GTA. You can just jump out, press A, parachute opens, and you can draw it very much the same way. Which is good because I think that's how most people expect to be playing it. And yeah, it looks absolutely fabulous. I'm sure you could do some absolutely amazing parachuting jobs, right? Like for instance, you could do this mission in so many different ways. You could parachute right into the base. You could take the chopper down into the base. You could have two guys staying in the chopper, cover from above while two guys go in. You could steal an enemy Humvee and actually drive it into the base because they'll think that they're good, you're on their side. There's also, it appears to be quite a gory game. That guy was sitting there with no like mouth, like someone had blown it open. So now we have moved on to the actual base. So we're going to scout with the drones again and have a look around, try and figure out where everyone is. It's very easy because it's kind of like Far Cry and Metal Gear Solid, that when you mark someone, they're marked forever, so it doesn't matter where they go, you know they're there.
We got a PC over here. There's a record of the prison's inmates. It's here. No time to be choosy.
And there's also like side objectives as well. There's actual prisoners in this place that you can bust out and they'll actually help you. And of course there's gun emplacements, there's alarms, there's a radio for calling for help. So you have to take those things out, otherwise the enemies might get reinforcements. So you can also see there's got a sniper tower up there. So the developer has chaperoned me over to these bikes and has gone, right, let's head into the base using these. So he's obviously shown off the bike mechanics and how they ride over the terrain, and they're very, very good, very similar to riding a bike in GTA. You can even do wheelies if you want, and the physics seems really good, really nice. The game was a bit buggy, but that's because it's a pre-release version, and it's still got 9 months until it'll be out.
Eyes on a small group of tangos.
So the developer here wanted me to try out the mechanic of taking down an enemy with a melee attack from behind. Kind of an assassination type deal. I don't think I actually killed him. It didn't look the best, so I kind of whacked him with the front of my gun, and then it kind of glitched out with his takedown. But other than that, And like it's, you know, it's a early build of the game, so there's going to be the odd bug. It'll all be fixed when it gets released, hopefully. So I go upstairs and I decide to take on this dude. So we're attempting to do this mission silently, but I thought, ooh, I'm going to try picking up a weapon. It's exactly the same gun as I had, except without a silencer. But you can pick up weapons in this game. And then I noticed, oh, enemy over here, they've spotted the R2 coming in. So I shot that explosive barrel and it set off a chain reaction all the way along the front. Now you'll notice as well that I get XP in a second for 2 kills, and I did not get those kills. That was my buddies getting those kills. So it is curious if you get kind of shared experience. So I moved down here to help the developer. And then a chopper comes in. I hit it with a sniper round, but I don't think I'm the one that actually took it out. Both the dudes in the chopper were alive. I don't know, maybe someone hit the engine or something. It was pretty cool though. And taking out some more of the bad guys down there. You can see the one chest hit, insta death for the enemies. I'm thinking there probably will be enemies with like body armor and things. So now we're moving up on this tower again, and I'm going to do some sniping this time around. So I was able to take pretty much everybody out in the base here without alerting anyone. And then the developer was like, oh, you can shoot that little box to stop the alarm. And I'm like, what box? I don't see no box. And then he was like, oh, that box there, do you see the one? And I was like, what? Oh, that box. Looking at electrical transformers to that disabled the alarm. I could see that these guys were about to get spotted. So I took them out. Took out the bad guy before he let them know. So they remained undetected. And that's a mortar over there, so that's an enemy position. They can actually fire mortars at you. Very similar to Metal Gear Solid. So you can see I'm just slowly taking out all the bad guys. And they are completely unaware. They don't seem to have a clue what is going on. And the snipers seem to be pretty good. Like I even slightly lead this shot, and it seems to still hit its mark perfectly. Because I can see, right, this guy might see one of the ghosts soon, so I'm ready. I'm gonna bang, dead. Really do like it. So this is obviously the more tactical side of this game, where you can do stuff like this. This you wouldn't normally do in, say, Grand Theft Auto. It wouldn't be quite as tactical as this. This is the bit that feels more Ghost Recon. So me and the developer are like, alright, pretty much everyone down there is dead, so we're going to go down there and attempt to hack the computer, which will give us the identity of the boss in this region that we can take on. Now I don't know what you actually get for taking out a boss in a region. We didn't get to see that. I don't know if that means you maybe get more upgrades. Maybe you get to unlock different weapons with it. Or maybe it makes the area safer. You can see there I tried to shoot that explosive barrel through the chain link fence, but apparently in this build the chain link fences were bulletproof. So my bullet just stopped. And again you can see that there's civilians running around. Now you see that in the background there's green dots. Those are prisoners. And if I shoot the lock I can actually release them and they'll be free. I can't get a freaking shot on this guy. I tried to go through the shoot through the concrete, obviously that doesn't work. So I was like, alright, I'm going to try and take the lock out. I actually shot the lock and I killed one of the civilians who was directly behind the lock. And now I start getting shot. There's no cover system in this game, so you can't like get in behind cover, which is a pity. And then I use my grenade to finish off this turret guy up here. Take him out. Now, I never really actually felt like getting into cover though. I never felt like the enemy were doing much damage to me. Like, now a couple of our dudes did manage to get themselves downed, and there's a kind of down mechanic and you can get revived. But I never felt like I was really threatened. Like the enemy was shooting at me, but I was like, I don't really care. So here we go, we've now found the boss's identity. So this means we can actually go after the boss now, if we were allowed to continue. So we were allowed to see the actual map. Now we're not allowed to actually show the footage of us seeing the map, unfortunately. But it did look pretty damn good. It looked like a big map from what I could kind of make of it. And it was split up into regions, and each region had a skull. Now I can give you kind of a representation of what this actually looked like. And it would go up to a maximum skull rating of 5. And there was a picture of the boss. Now if the boss was unidentified, then it would be kind of a grey box. So obviously there's a lot to the game. And also I noticed when you zoom in there was question marks. And these appeared to be like side quests or maybe like smaller missions. So I'm very much looking forward to this game. I cannot wait till it comes out. It's going to be a long wait now. Now that I've actually played it, I now have to wait. So it is a pain in the bum. But yeah, I'm really looking forward, and I'm very grateful that I actually got to play it. It was really good to play. Great to talk to the developers and meet the actual people building the game themselves. So thank you very much for watching, guys, and catch you next time. Oh yeah, and this was all captured on high-end PCs running 1080 NVIDIA graphics cards.